Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
ReCore was actually a game that caught my attention right from like just the CGI announcement trailer. The idea of kind of collecting robots to be your companions is something neat, in my opinion. I love the idea of always having companions in video games. I think it's one of the coolest things. And so when ReCore was announced, I was like, oh cool, it's like you're a treasure hunter slash you have these robot companions that are like animalistic, and this is going to be something very different. And then I played the game, so yeah, let's get into it.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
The good part of ReCore is basically the stuff you can see face first. And what I mean by that is the world is unique and different. Everything kind of feels like basically a gigantic wasteland, nothing to see except broken down buildings and broken down caves and stuff like that, and that's what you explore. Also, it feels like kind of futuristic but mixed with modern, because this is set about 200 years later in the future, and you're going through these old places that are more advanced than what we have now, but not overly advanced. And then of course this feels kind of like the desert island in the new Star Wars movie. Sorry, I'm not good with the names in Star Wars. But anyway, that is what you get, this huge canvas or wasteland to explore. On top of that, you get these nice kind of flashy graphics where you have your robot Mac, who's kind of like a dog, has these cool attacks that he lights up and dashes, and then you could grab cores out of robots, and that looks great. Everything looks cool, but that's really all there is. ReCore lacks heart, or lacks the motivation to make me want to keep playing the game. What I mean by that is, when I was playing this game, I didn't feel much. I almost felt nothing. I was playing it, trying to get into the story, which is kind of dreadful, to be honest. It's really boring. And then when they try to give these elements of like fatherly love through the messages, I just wasn't feeling it. Now, don't get me wrong, the thing I did like about the game was the main character and her dog, Mac. They were kind of the best part of the game. They had a kind of cute little relationship, and she was outgoing and fun, kind of like Drake from Uncharted, but she didn't have the same charisma in the end, and I didn't really care about her. Also, another thing is the shooting feels really lackluster. What I mean by that is you can target things and they'll shoot, and then you just shoot. So, you know, not that that's a huge problem for me, but I don't know if the game was trying to be adventure, shooter, or a mixture of the two, and I guess it was, but it didn't really succeed at either. Because let's get into the other problem. Besides the shooting, the gameplay isn't all that fun. So basically, the 90% of this gameplay is shooting things repetitively over and over again, taking out cores out of robots, and then climbing things, dash, climbing, dash. Now, sure, there's other games out there like Ratchet and Clank that do this, but they have a beautiful world to explore with fun and sometimes unique puzzles and just a lot of stuff to collect. In this game, collecting stuff isn't fun. The story isn't there. The characters aren't there. The world isn't that really fun to explore because it's just a barren wasteland for the most part. And then when you go inside these cave-like mansions, they are just not fun to actually go through. And I'm sorry, there's just not much for ReCore, to be honest.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
Sorry for my more scattered brain review here, but honestly, ReCore is the type of game where I couldn't even take the time to really write down much about it because I'm hardly remembering anything about it. I don't even remember the first 10 minutes of this game, and I played it for hours. Basically, ReCore is that type of game that you play and you're just like, it's not horrible, it's not broken, there's no major glitches, but no one will remember this game, and 6 months from now. It's a type of game that is so forgettable that I want to give it like a lower rating just because I'm upset that it wasn't memorable like the first trailer was. But really nothing is terrible about this game. So I'm going to go right at a 5, which is like, nothing's wrong with this game fundamentally, but nothing is really great about this game at all. It's just right in the middle, meh. Some people might find a little bit more enjoyment, but I'd be very surprised if anybody found this game like great for some odd reason. But you might find it more enjoyable than me, or you might even get more upset than me because it is a very plain game. So sorry, ReCore, you get a 5 out of 10. I'll shut up now. I know I'm just kind of repeating myself here, but this is a 5 out of 10. It's a very forgettable experience.